on to showmanship, and Haley is going to demonstrate how to correctly stack your dog. Most breeds are called what we stack square, which, as you see, this is what Haley is doing right now. Okay, you got the feet a little too far. There you go. Yep, there we go. And you see the dog is pretty much square. One thing you want to pay attention to when you're also stacking your breed, it's by your breed standard. Okay, whatever breed you're showing at, that's the ideal picture would be in the AKC book. Look at that picture, and that's how your breed should be stacked. Pay attention to the width of your dog's shoulders and the width of their rump. Like Shelties here, if you notice, they should only be about the width of their withers apart, and that's about a hand. Just if you want to put your hand down there, that's about a hand apart. See? All right. If we go to the back here, it's the same thing. The hocks are nice and square. Hocks are nice and square, and there again, it's about a hand apart. Like I said, every breed is just slightly different. Shelties need to show attention, so that's why she's using the bait to try to entice him to look up at the bait. And if you see, he is looking up at the bait just a little bit there. Okay, and that's what you want to see. You want to see their ears pricked and then full attention. And that's a lot with your herding breeds. That's what you want to see. Okay, showmanship lead is she's using one that martingale on. Okay, she has a martingale on. As you can see, it's right behind the dog's ears. It comes up along their jawline. Can you show it there where it's along the jawline? It's along the jawline and goes directly behind the dog's ears. It's not around their throat, but directly behind the dog's ears. Okay. So we're also going to show the correct gait. This will be the correct gait for a Sheltie. Yeah, that's fine. And it's just a nice trot. If you have a larger breed Sheltie, you're going to want to go just a little bit faster because you want that dog to really flow. They're a herding breed, so they should be going fast. And when they come up, they should come into a stand. And you can be telling that when they come into the stationary position in front of the judge, they need to do a free stack. So, and that's what you want them to do. This is where you'll be telling that stand stay comes in so awesome because they'll be doing right into a stand stay. Okay, and what she just did there was a free stack. She brought him just a little bit forward to get him into as square as possible, you know, without manually doing, which when you bring them into the judge, you cannot touch them. They need to be free stacked. Yep. And as you heard Haley, she said he's out of practice. That's correct. Showmanship dogs have to be practiced with just as much as obedience dogs have to be practiced with. They need to be able to come into that stand stay position, and you need to be able to move that leash to manipulate them into their correct stack. Okay. Now, Haley has Dixie, and Dixie's a younger dog. As the dog you've seen before was an older dog and had limitations with moving a little bit. Dixie's very spry, so she needs to obviously move a little bit faster without going into that lope. And that's something you need to train your dog to too. She needs to go beside you at a nice fast trot without breaking into a lope or a gallop. And we like to see them happy. If they're out there wagging their tails, then that's all the better. And they need to be. And you can talk to your dog in showmanship. Keep them happy, keep them up with you. If they're a little bit in front of you, that's okay. That means they're strutting their stuff. as you see, she's a beginner dog and she's kind of weaving in and out, and that comes with practice and training too. The more you practice with them, the better they'll be. If you have mats, your dog should be positioned on the center of the mat, and you should be off to the side, because your dog is the showcase. I know you're getting judged in showmanship, but you should know where your dog should be at. Even though you're the one getting judged, just remember your dog is the star.
Do you want me to show where the move from?
Where what?
To move the legs from?
Yep. She's going to show you where to move the legs at.
From the elbow? Stand.
And from the hock. Do you see how she did that? They struggle less if you move them from the elbow and the hock, whereas you move them from the paw, they have a tendency to struggle with that. And now you see Dixie's a little finer boned and smaller, so her forefeet are not quite as far apart as what Rummy's was, because Rummy was a much broader dog. Yep, this is all new experience for her, which is going to be a lot of new experiences for your dogs too. Just got to remember to be patient, because it's new for you, it's new for them too. And after that, she gets a stand with her, then they'll progress to having the treat out there and getting her attention, but they need to get a good stand first, a good stand stay for that showmanship before they do that. And then like with the Sheltie, the dog is scared right now, so she has a tendency to tuck her tail a little bit. For that breed, you'd want to bring that tail up and just fluff it up a little bit so the dog knows it's okay and not tucked so much. Okay. Here we have Jessica demonstrating with Jackpot. It's a Jack Russell Terrier. As you can see, he looks like he's stretched out, which he is stretched out a little bit. Oh, but even though he's stretched out a little bit, he didn't stay. But when I first had it, as an example, he was stretched out. But as you notice, his back hock is still at a 90-degree angle. Put it in just a hair, but one is correct, the other one isn't. There you go, perfect, perfect. Okay, so you see it's stretched out beyond where his rump is. So he's stretched a little bit, but that hock is still nice and square there. Okay, good. Let's demonstrate the healing pattern, showmanship with him, his gaiting pattern. You may have to a slight jog with him maybe. Okay, go ahead. It's going, it's been going. And this is something, like I said, showmanship has to be practiced too. They need to learn to run beside you. And that you can start doing right now. Not run, but trot nicely beside you. And he's not going really fast here. He should go a little bit faster for his breed, but he likes to jump up. So once he gets over that jumping part, then you can move a little bit faster with him and get him right into that showing. There we go. Awesome. Okay, good job. Okay. All right, let's try it one more time. That gaiting pattern. As you see, he's jumping up. But as you work with him more, then he'll stop doing that jumping. And then he can concentrate on undoing the normal gait that he should be. There we go. A little bit faster, but he'll start doing that. You can always increase that.
Come on.
One more time. A little bit faster. And there again, if he starts breaking into a gallop, then you need to slow him down. Make sure you're doing that trot. There we go. And there again, you're talking to him. We're going to have Jessica demonstrate how to gait a larger big dog. And you actually need to run with them. You need to run out with them. You need to be able to move out. And as you see, that's a herding breed. She needs to run. Not run, but Jessica needs to run and the dog will trot. And there again, she came in to like where the judge would be standing. And to start with, you may need to tell them to that stand stay. Until they learn the command stand stay, you might have to manually put them into that stay. Okay? So that's something they need to learn when you're practicing with them. When they come up to 2 feet in front of the judge, they'll need to stop, and that needs to be a stand stay. If they don't, then when you're practicing, you lift up on their tuck up a little bit and tell them a stand stay. Okay? But when you're actually in front of the judge, you're going to have to make sure that you do not touch them and that you just bring them forward a little bit with your foot and tell them, not with your foot, but you take a step forward and move the leash a little bit and try to get them into a stay, a stand stay. Okay. Okay, there's a German Shepherd. That's how it should be stacked, with the back leg toward the judge should be back, and as you can see, that back leg is, oh, it was square. There we go. There we go. And that's how the German Shepherd should be stacked, with that back leg. She's an American Shepherd, so she isn't having a real easy time with this. Her hips are not sloped like a German Shepherd. So she's having, there she goes. Okay, there we go. All right.